Voor Countdown gaf UB40 op 17 maart jongstleden een concert in een uitverkochte Ede-hal in Amsterdam. En voor het concert sprak Erik de Zwart even met Jimmy Brown and Astro.
UB40 was formed in 1978. Some of you are from the same neighborhood, or all of you, and even from the same school, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Half the band was in the same class at school, and then others were either brothers or friends of friends, from the early days, yeah.
And that's how the group got together 4 years ago.
Yeah, well, most of us was unemployed and didn't have anything to do, and so we thought, why not form a band? So we did.
Is it true that even some of you couldn't play an instrument when they started?
Well, all of us couldn't play instruments before we started. It was, from scratch. We just had to lock ourselves in a cellar for 6 months and learn to play. And it's like not necessarily the person who wanted to be on a particular instrument ended up on that instrument. It was just a question of who got it together first. It's like Ali wanted to be the drummer, but Jimmy got it together before Ali, and so Jimmy's a drummer.
It was a case of deciding what the name was going to be, then deciding what instruments we were going to play. Yeah.
So the name was first and then the instruments.
Yeah.
The name UB40, when did you got the name and what does it mean?
Well, UB40 is a registration card that you pass over the counter in the dole office to exchange for money. And we happened to, most of us, be doing that at the time, so we were exposed to the name, so we thought, yeah, that's got a nice ring to it, we'll use it.
There's a lot of music coming from England, a lot of different kinds of music. Why did UB40 choose to play reggae?
Well, basically, it's the music that we've all grown up with. I mean, like if you live in Birmingham, in the city areas, there's a heavy West Indian population, and at the time, we wasn't old enough to get into nightclubs, or we was undesirables in nightclubs, and so it was a case of going to house parties. Now, in Birmingham, people who held house parties, 90% of the time was West Indians, and it being their music, that's all we ever listened to, and grew to love it, and couldn't think of anything else to play. Plus, I don't think anybody else would really want to play anything else.
UB44 was your fourth album. There's now also a live album released. Is UB40 a full-grown reggae band now?
No, I think it's still growing. In as much as we haven't arrived at our destination as far as musically. I think there's a lot more to happen.
You're very popular in England, also very popular here in Holland, which is, I think, the second country for you to play for. What's the big difference between the fans here in Holland and in England?
The thing about Holland is that it is very similar to England, and the audiences do react in a similar way to audiences in England. And England audiences are the best audiences in the world. That means that Holland audiences are also really good. They are very similar in the way they react. They have a good time. They don't mind. They're not like posers. Like American audiences don't want to look foolish, so they tend not to enjoy themselves too much. Whereas English audiences and European audiences, but particularly Holland, will have a good time.
People in Holland will have a good time also tonight on Countdown?
I hope so. I hope so, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hello, this is Paul McCartney and you're watching Europe's #1 rock show, Countdown.